Hello students. The previous class is explained the semiconductor, the transistor and a transistor act as an amplifier complete. तो आज देखिए the semiconductor third part. Semiconductor. Part 3 that is the digital circuit. Digital circuit. Digital electronics. Digital electronics. Here, electronics is nothing but it is the branch of science that deals about the motion of the electrons through the semiconductors or in a vacuum. तो डिजिटल इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स साधारणतः आपण द सिग्नल आम्ही दुई प्रकार सिग्नल यूज करू कोणाला एनालॉग सिग्नल थिला सिग्नल का करे देयर इज द टाइम वेरिंग हलाडी फंक्शन हला द सिग्नल इट मे बी हला इलेक्ट्रिक करंट or voltage those are changes with respect to the time. This is the signal and this signal may be analog or it may be digital. Clear? So analog signal and a digital signal. What is the difference between analog and digital? Analog signal in which the signal changes with respect to time continuously. Analog continuous change, that is the analog, and it is a discrete change. Discrete change. Suppose if we consider the TV, radio, these are the analog circuit, analog device, and the digital, you know, that is the your calculator, counting device, digital. So how do you know which one is the digital and which one is the analog? In case of analog, there is a pointer in which there is a pointer moves on a dashboard, that is known as the analog, and in which case there is a display and this is known as the digital. There is a digital, that means digits. Other way display a digit 1 2 like that digits, but this is a pointer, it is continuously moves. So this is the analog in which the signal changes continuously with respect to the time, and a digital, that is the discrete, or it has a particular but constant level which changes with respect to time. For example, this is your sinusoidal, this is the continuous. This is a continuous, it is continuously changes the value or current or the voltage with respect to time. This is your continuous. The analog and the digital, this is a discrete value, constant value for a certain period, then it is 0, then this, then this. These are the discrete values. Suppose this is the high low. In case of a digital circuit I thought karu, this level is represented by this level, but a high level, and this is the low level. High level, this is the low level. The levels are represented by 2 digits, therefore it is known as the digital signal. This level is represented by 2 digits. The high is represented by 1 and low is represented by 0. This is known as the positive. I've got a positive digital circuit in which high level is represented by 1 and low level is represented by 0. Similarly, in some cases where the low level is represented by 1 and high level is represented 0, that is known as the negative circuit. And in case of high is represented by 1 and low is represented by 0, this is known as the positive circuit. Here that this level 0 and 1 we represents the two digits already to represents the level आग मत कहि परिया स्टेट हमें साधारणतः 0 1 यदि लेवल अनुसार देखिबा दिस इज द लो एडला लो एंड दिस इज द हाई दिस रिप्रेजेंट्स द लेवल यदि हमें स्टेट अनुसार देखिबा दिस इज योर ऑफ स्टेट एंड दिस इज द ऑन स्टेट हला यदि हमें स्टेट देखिबा दिस इज 0 is represented by the off state and 1 is represented by on state. Clear? This 0 and 1 not the values, these are the represents the state or that is the level in a circuit for the of the signal. So this is your तो प्रथम देखिबा तो before going to the digital circuits already तो सर हम देखिए digital circuits and analog circuits. Analog circuits in which we use the analog signal, that is known as the analog circuits, and digital circuit in which we use the digital signal. तो जो सर्किट रे डिजिटल सर्किट डिजिटल सिग्नल यूज करिबा दे आर नोन एज द डिजिटल सर्किट्स एंड द डिवाइस आर द डिजिटल डिवाइसेस एंड जो थिरा में एनालॉग सिग्नल यूज करिबा ताका में कहबा एनालॉग सर्किट्स एंड दे आर नोन एज द एनालॉग डिवाइसेस. एनालॉग डिवाइस साधारणतः कहली जोड़ के टीवी रेडियो दीज आर द एनालॉग है ना. इट रिक्वायर्स ए कंटीन्यूअस सिग्नल. द नेक्स्ट वन देखिबा दिस तो डिजिटल already. So then next one देखिए this digital circuit one of the most important that is the gate. Gate. What do you means gate? The gate को लेमे कौन बुझिबा? The gate means that is the that is the open and close. Already. जोटा कि हमें कॉल करसे माने कर सपोज हमारे गेट लोगो चार खंड में कौन open and close. Gate means that is the open and close. Gate. Open and close. है तो साधारणतः we use the logic gates already. So what is the logic gates? Logic gates का कहवा तो logic gates अला the gates whose function is represents the logic decision अला the gate whose function operation working whatever the action that depends upon the logic decision they are known as the logic gates already. So before going to the logic gates this logical decision is expressed by an algebra that is known as the Boolean algebra. Just Boolean algebra. है ना? तो Boolean algebra. तो Boolean algebra रे कौन रिप्रेजेंट करा जाए? साधारणतः हमें कौन करूँ? State को रिप्रेजेंट्स करूँ. है ना नहीं? In Boolean algebra, हमारा जाने चा algebra. In case of algebra, what is the difference? Algebra, ordinary algebra that is represents x, y, z. These are the variables, whatever may be the value of x, y, z. But in Boolean algebra, we use Boolean algebra. In case of Boolean algebra, just Boolean. तो सारे mathematician just Boolean सारे. तो Boolean algebra रे हमें कौन यूज करूँ? साधारणतः हमें जो variable यूज करूँ, that variable has two values, 0 and 1. We use a variable that is a whose value is either 0 or 1. Clear? Hello? This is the variables that is the x, y, z and the x, y, z may be whatever may be the values, but in case of a Boolean algebra the variable has two values either 0 or 1. Clear? हमें देखिए some operation Boolean algebra प्रथम है or. Clear? now आगे देखा not. The not operation. Not means that is the negation. In a logic में तो जाने चाहिए negation. तो not. तो for not operation हमें जाने चाहिए algebra में जाने चाहिए addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. These are the operations in coding. Ordinary algebra. ठीक से algebra में Boolean algebra में हमें बात करीबा प्रथम है not. The not means that is the negation. है तो हमें बर्तन क्यों नहीं रिप्रेजेंट करीबा देखो. तो यह है कौन ट्रूथ वैल्यूज है ना. द ट्रूथ वैल्यूज आर रिप्रेजेंटेड इन अ टेबल दैट इज नोन एज द ट्रूथ टेबल हला. हमें ट्रूथ टेबल को साधारणतः ट्रूथ टेबल का कहबा ना जो तरे हमें इनपुट एंड आउटपुट रो ट्रूथ वैल्यूज को रिप्रेजेंट करिबा दैट टेबल इज नोन एज द ट्रूथ टेबल. इन केस ऑफ ए नॉट तो नॉट में कौन देखिबा हला. तो सम साधारणतः इफ ए the negation the not allow negation the negation of the negation is equal to a. Here the negation, the a negation not is represented by a bar, so a bar is equal to a. So a k now that is equal to 0 or 1. जदि a is equal to कौन है 0 और 1 आप नेगेशन के now that is equal to अगर जब नेगेशन बात करीबा तो नेगेशन कौन है जो आर ऑपोजिट that is equal to 1 and 0 again आज जदि हमें ऑपोजिट नबा तो लेटा कौन है गला 0 जगह 1 जगह 0 1 तो जा रखा से आछी हैला तो this is known as the negation. तो negation लो गुडे properties देखले the negation of a negation, the negation of a negation is equal to 1. अर्थात यदि हमें 0 negation देखिबा you remember 0 negation 1 and 1 negation है लाके 0 है ना the negation ला 0 negation 1 and 1 negation opposite. The next one देखा or means that is the addition, or means you remember addition, or means addition है ना. तो सिमिलरली हमें देख परिबा देर लिखा a plus 0 is equal to a. क्लियर a plus 0 is equal to a अर्थात हमें एडिशन में देखिबा 1 plus 0 is equal to 1 से बराबर 0 plus 1 is equal to 1. Similarly another thing is remember that 1 plus 1 is equal to, this is equal to 1 not 2. 1 plus 1 that is 2, it is a value, but it is a state, that is state high plus high is equal to high है. The 1 plus 1 is equal to 1. Similarly you can write 0 plus 0 is equal to 0 अर्थात ऐड देखो तो a plus 0 is equal to a जगह में कौन लिख करिए 1 तो 1 plus 0 is equal to 1 चलो यदि এটা 0 है তাহলে 0 plus a is equal to কত হলো है তাহলে 0 plus 0 আমি দেখো 0 এটা লিখবা তাহলে आप আগে যদি আমি লিখবা 0 তাহলে কত হবে 0 plus 0 0 plus 0 a कौन आएगा 0. नेक्स्ट यदि हम लेबा a is equal to 1 তাহলে 1 plus 0 1 plus 0 is equal to कते 1 सही है ना তাহলে देखो 0 plus 0 is equal to 0 then 1 plus 0 is equal to 1. So we simply can write a plus 0 is equal to a. In case of Boolean algebra, a plus 0 is equal to a. Next we write a plus a. What is the a plus a? So a plus a is also a. A plus a is also a. देखो मतलब यदि a रा में नवा कहते हैं 0 1 with respect to r value कितना रहेगा 0 1 with respect to this এটা কত হলো 0 1 দেখো 0 plus 0 0 এবং 0 plus 1 কত হলো 1. So the 0 1 plus 0 is equal to 0 1 plus 1 is equal to 1. We can write this. Next we can know the a plus a plus 1 क्या था वो that is equal to 1. a plus 1 is equal to 1 देखो तो a कहते हैं 0 0 plus 1 कहते हैं 1 a ला कहते हैं 1 1 plus 1 कहते हैं 1 तो a plus 1 is equal to 1 but a plus 0 is equal to a. You remember, then you can remember another thing, a plus a bar, a plus a bar. जब हम इट देखो a पहला कहते हैं 0 तो a बार कहते हैं 1 तो 0 plus 1 is equal to देगा 1. समझी a जब हम नवा 1 तो 1 plus 0 is equal to 1 तो a plus a bar is equal to 1. This is the OR operation in case of Boolean expression. Clear? तो नेक्स्ट देखिबा एंड ऑपरेशन. तो एंड साधारणतः मल्टीप्लिकेशन, एंड को साधारणतः हमें कोन कहबा मल्टीप्लिकेशन एंड हला एंड ऑपरेशन का साधारण मल्टीप्लिकेशन समझी देखो 1 into अभी लिखा 1 into 0 that is equal to 0 but 1 into 1 is equal to 1 समझी 1 into but 0 into 1 that is equal to 0 है ना. तो दिस इज योर तो लेट हम देखिबा दी तो लेट a के जब हम लिखा a into 0 a into 0 a जदी हला कहते 0 0 into 0 0 a is equal to जदी कहते हला 1 1 into 0 is equal to 0 तो ऑलवेज इट इज 0 तो a into 0 हला कहते 0. Similarly আমি লিখবা a into 1 है ना a into 1 देखो a হলো 0 0 into 1 0 তাহলে 1 into 1 কত হয়ে গেল 1 তাহলে কোন পাইল a তাহলে যেটা a এর ভ্যালু 0 it is 0 a এর ভ্যালু 1 then it is 1 তাহলে a into 1 is equal to a है ना नेक्स्ट देखिबा a into a যদি আমি a into a নেব তাহলে কোন হবে তাহলে যেটা a into a হলো 0 0 into কেদা this a আমি কোন করি 0 into a is equal to 0 তাহলে বর্তমান এটা কে হয়ে গেল এটা 1 into a that is equal to 1 তাহলে this is equal to a then we can write a into a bar দেখো তাহলে a into a bar তাহলে এটা যে 0 এটা লাগে 1 তাহলে কোন পাইলে এটা লাগে 0 এটা যে 1 এটা লাগে 0 0 তাহলে this is equal to 0 a into a 0 a bar is equal to 0 here so this is your end operation है ना तो नेक्स्ट हम देखिबा using this boolean algebra हमें बर्तन देखिबा some logic gates साधारणतः logic gates are three different types of logic gates logic gates तीनटा गोटे है basic or fundamental gate basic gates दुईटा है compound gates composite gates गोटे है basic और गोटे है composite gates और गोटे है तोरा special gates here हला गोटे है basic gates और गोटे है तोरा गोटे है basic gates गोटे है composite gates और गोटे है special gates here so which one is the basic gates there are three basic gates one is and और अलग लिखा or and और अलग होगा not these are the three basic gates and the two composite gates or compound gates that is equal to NAND और अलग not and two special gates that is equal to XOR exclusive OR gate or XNOR है साधारणतः this is not belongs to your level we only discuss about 1 2 3 4 and 5 तले पांचोटी गेट विषय में पढ़ेगा है तो out of them OR and NOT these are the basic or fundamental gates and composite gates clear NAND out NOT clear so first we see the OR gate है ना OR gate OR gate so which one is the OR gate so साधारणतः this gate OR gate हो कि NAND gate हो in case of a logic gates it has many inputs but one output and the output depends upon the input it changes according to the nature of the gates so it is that logic gates or gate it is a logic gate but it is a circuit in which the output is low when all the inputs are low it is a logic gate having two or more inputs but only one output clear so it is a logic gate having two or more inputs but only one output তাহলে গোটে মাত্র ইনপুট one or more কোন রইব গোটে মাত্র আউটপুট রইব inputs one or more and the output is low when all the inputs are low ହେଲା the output is low when all the inputs all the inputs are low. Clear? The output is low when all the inputs are low. যদি সব ইনপুট গুলিক লো রুয়ে তাহলে সে জায়গায় তোমার আউটপুটটা লো হবে। দিস ইজ দ্য লজিক গেট। ক্লিয়ার? তাহলে লজিক গেট হ্যাভিং ওয়ান the OR gate ala jothre two or more number of inputs but one is output and the output is low when all the inputs are low. Clear? Further dekhwa. So what is the circuit symbol? The circuit symbol of OR gate. Circuit symbol. Circuit symbol. The circuit symbol. This is the circuit symbol. OR gate. This is your circuit symbol. Clear? So this is the input A and this is the input B. This is the input A, input B, and this is your output. Clear? This is the output. And this output is a so what is the Boolean expression? The output Y is expressed Boolean. Earlier answer. This is equal to addition A plus B. Your output is equal to A plus B. Clear? This is the circuit symbol and Boolean expression Y is equal to output is equal to A plus B. Clear? So let me consider an OR gate with three inputs. Then what we get? Better question draw an OR gate having three inputs. Yes, this is the three inputs. OR gate, it has two or more number of inputs but only one output. Among this is the addition operation. So we can write the output is equal to A plus B plus C like that. So input you can draw. These are the circuit symbols of the OR gate and the Boolean expression. Every get truth table. So what is the truth table of OR gate? Truth table. Yes. Truth table. Truth table. This is a table that shows the truth value of input and output of a gate. तो वर्तमान में कौन देख रहे हैं? इनपुट है के A B, इनपुट है A B, आउटपुट के देला Y. Input है 2. तो input 2. So the number of rows. So how to आगे दिखवा? How to construct the table and how to fill up the table. Truth table. तो प्रथम दिखवा how many rows are there and how many columns are there. The number of columns, 2 inputs and 1 is output. That means 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. The number of columns, that is the total number of inputs and output. Here the number of inputs is 2, output is 1. Therefore, the number of columns are. Similarly, suppose if we consider simultaneously, suppose we consider the 3 inputs. Suppose the 3 inputs, 1, 2, 3 and output. The 3 input ke the 3 inputs and 1 is output. Now the number of rows hame dekhiba. The number of rows, the prathame janle how many number of columns are there, that is the total number of inputs and the output. Indicates the column. तो वर्तमान ये कौन होगा? तो number of rows है 1, 2, inputs है 2, output 1, 3. यदि जब suppose हमें लगा 3 inputs A, B, C and output is Y, A, B, C and output Y. Then the row का था मैंने किया. The first row is the heading that is called A, B, Y. Similarly, we can write 3 inputs A, B, C and Y. Clear? Then, how to draw the construct the number of rows? That depends upon 2 to the power n. N means that is the number of inputs. Number of inputs. So here the input is 2. So 2 to the power 2 is equal to 4. Then we 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Clear? So 1, 2, theta row. Then this. एटा ला आउटपुट एटा ला তাহলে টোটাল নম্বর কেতে লা পাঁচটা রো কারণ চারিটা লা রো প্লাস 1 লা হেডিং সেটা ইনপুটস লা 2 1 ইজ দা আউটপুট 3 তাহলে এটা আমি দেখিবা আর ইনপুট সংখ্যা লা 3 to the 2 to the power 3 that is equal to 8 then we construct 8 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 then 8 clear yes হয়ে গেল তাহলে বর্তমান দেখো কোন তাহলে 1 b c বর্তমান দেখো তো আমি বর্তমান আপনি কেমতি ফিল আপ করবা তো প্রত্যেক ইনপুট র কোন কইছে দুইটা ভ্যালু ওটা 0 ওটা 1 the low is represented by 0 1 is represented by high is represented by 1 and low is represented by 0 तो जेहेतु प्रत्येक इनपुट has two truth values the number of truth value बर्तन आपको हमें केमती फिल अप करबा हैला तो by using half method 1 2 3 4 then half एला दूरी ताले first you fill up half of the rows by 0 and the next half is 1 then 2 ra half एला 1 then first half is fill up by 0 and second half is represented by fill up by 1 something 0 1 clear एबे हम देखिबा आउटपुट तो आउटपुट कोन दिस इज योर एडिशन टेबल एटा ला a plus b addition we know that 0 plus 0 is equal to 0 0 plus 1 is equal to 1 1 plus 0 is equal to 1 1 plus 1 is equal to 1 okay see this is not a value this is the level already जेंते हमें फिजिक्स रे पढो डायमेंशन ले लेंथ प्लस लेंथ is equal to length ठीक सेडा बरे 1 plus 1 is equal to 1 अर्थात हाई प्लस हाई is equal to हाई लो प्लस लो is equal to लो हैला তাহলে বর্তমানে আমি কোন দেখিলে লো প্লাস লো 0 0 প্লাস 1 হলো 1 1 প্লাস 0 হলো 1 1 প্লাস 1 is equal to 1 তাহলে এখানে আমি কোন দেখো when all the inputs are 0 when all the inputs are 0 then it is 0 other case it is 1 তাহলে সে লেখা হইছিল in লিখে দিলি the output is low when all the inputs are low in all other cases the output is high सिमिलरली एठी हमें जहां हमें कले सिमिलरिटी हमें एठी मेंटेन करिवा देखो तले एठी केते अछि 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 8 हेला अधा लगे 4 the first half place is fill up by 0 first half place is fill up by 0 and second half place is fill up by 1 clear then एबे असला 4 0 तार अधा ला 2 ताले 2 half first half is fill up by 0 first half is fill up by 0 second half is fill up by 1 समथी एटा ला 4 अधा ला 2 ताले first half is fill up by 0 and second half is fill up by 1 then एठी वर्तन कोन असला 0 2 0 ला अधा ला 1 ताले first half is fill up by 0 second half is fill up by 1 similarly ये दुईटा अधा ला 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 then first we fill up the inputs table then we get the output kon कहली now here all the inputs are low if all the inputs are low then it is low all other cases it is 1 1 1 1 clear so this is the truth table of kahar or gate clear the or gate is a logic gate it has only one output but many two or more number of inputs and the output is low when all the inputs are low से तुम्हारा दुईटा इनपुट है तो की नंबर ऑफ इनपुट्स आर देयर मैं देखेले दुईटा टेबल गोटेला बड़े क्वेश्चन से ड्रॉ द ट्रुथ टेबल ऑफ एन OR गेट हैविंग 3 इनपुट्स हैला तो प्रथमे मैं कोन करबा हाउ टू कंस्ट्रक्ट द टेबल नंबर ऑफ कॉलम एंड नंबर ऑफ रो नंबर ऑफ कॉलम द टोटल नंबर ऑफ इनपुट्स प्लस 1 आउटपुट तब इथे टोटल नंबर ऑफ इनपुट्स इज 2 1 इज द आउटपुट टोटल नंबर ऑफ रोज है 3 सेवडा बरे जदि हम 3 इनपुट्स नबा टोटल नंबर ऑफ इनपुट्स प्लस 1 आउटपुट तब ए बी सी प्लस 4 देन एबे हम देखिबा नंबर ऑफ कॉलम्स गला पर नंबर ऑफ रो द नंबर ऑफ रो के बाहर करिबा ना 2 टू द पावर n जेहेतु प्रत्येक इनपुट्स हैज टू पॉसिबल टू ट्रुथ वैल्यूज the number of truth table the number of rows 2 to the power n means that is the number of inputs তাহলে the number of inputs কত আছে 2 তাহলে 2 to the power n is equal to 4 then 4 plus 1 is the heading हैला তাহলে that is the total number কত হলো 4 plus 1 that is the 5 rows similarly এখানে দেখবা তিনটা inputs are there If three inputs are there, number of rows are 2 to the power 3, that is equal to 8, and 1 is the heading, that is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Clear? Then how to fill up? First to fill up the inputs table, then the output. The input table can fill up now by half method. So let me 1, 2, 3, 4. The half is 2. The first half is filled up by 0 and second half is filled up by 1. Clear? Then it is like 2, 0. So 2, 0 rather, then first half is filled up by 1 and second half is filled up by, the first half is filled up by 0, second half is 1. Similarly, the second, that is doing, there are the egg, 0, 1. Then the law from truth table or greater from if all the inputs are low, then output is low. All the inputs 0, 0, then it is equal to 0. Similarly, we get the truth table for 3 inputs. The 3 inputs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. By half method, the first half is filled up by 0 and second half is filled up by 1. Then first half then R doing the first half is filled up by 0, second half is filled up by 1. Similarly, तार अधा लगे 0 1 0 1 0 1. In this way, तो प्रथम में कौन करिवा इनपुट टेबल फिल अप कर देगा एवं आउटपुट कौन करेगी the if all the inputs are low, then output is low. Yes, all the inputs are low, output is low, then all are fine. So this is the truth table of Tahara, that is the OR gate. Clear? Thank you. So, clear? So this is the OR gate. The next one that is the OR gate, the electric equivalent of OR gate and electronics equivalent of OR gate. Clear? The electronics equivalent of OR gate. तो हमें जो दिखा है electronics. Now we consider this is a D1 and this is your D2. We use the two diodes D1 and D2. So this is your A and B, and this is connected to a source of 5 volt, then it is connected to the ground. This is the symbol of R for ground. This is the value G, ground, and this is your S. Clear? Then this side we use that is your R and is connected to this ground. Clear? So this is the equivalent circuit of OR gate, electronic OR gate. Similarly, electric circuit the equivalent electric circuit, the two switches are connected in parallel. This is A and B, and this is connected to a source, and this is the A1. This is the Y. Y is equal to A plus B. Your output Y is equal to A plus B. Clear? This is the equivalent circuit of OR gate, electronics equivalent circuit, and this is your electrical equivalent circuit. Suppose if the switch A is closed, A, B, and this is the Y, here A. If we give the output input, then it is 1. If there is no input, then 0. 0 no input, and 1 given input. And Y that is the, if the ball will glow, Y 0 for glow, not glow, and 1 for glow. Jodi ball jadila tal tar value 1, jodi ball no jadila tal value 0. So when the switch is closed, that is equal to A is 0. Sorry, when the switch is open, that is A is equal to 0. When B is open, 0. So there is no current in the circuit, so ball will not glow. Clear? So A is open, B is open, then there is no current in the circuit, so the ball will not glow. Ball will not glow, 0. Then if A is open, that means 0. B is closed, that is 1. So there is a current will flow through this and bulb will glow. That is equal to 1. Again, similarly, suppose A is closed 1, B is open 0. Then the current will flow through the upper half of the circuit. Then again the bulb will glow. Next. Suppose if both the switches are closed, both the switches are closed, then the current pass through both the half and then it's combined and current will flow through the bulb and it will be glow. All zeros, then it is 0. So this is our output of the OR gate. So it is the equivalent electric circuit of the OR gate. Similarly, the next class I will discuss about the electronic circuit. This is your equivalent electronic circuit of a OR gate. तो सर ना दी।
ना सर ना